to underestimate or dismiss President Donald Trump at your peril, although no president in recent history has done quite as much to trigger the impulse to do just that. His latest refusal to guarantee a peaceful transfer of power if he loses the presidential election to Joe Biden in a few weeks' time will only add a sinister tone to what is already a mood of dread in the US. It is not as if there were not incendiary political tensions already, with more than 200,000 coronavirus deaths and the rolling clashes on racism. However, his latest assault on mail-in ballots is regarded as a grave threat to a democratic continuum that has underpinned nearly 250 years of government. Asked to commit to endorse a peaceful transfer of power in the event of defeat, Mr. Trump gave a startling response: "Well, we're going to have to see what happens. You know that I've been complaining very strongly about the ballots and the ballots era disaster. What alarms so many Americans is that the comments could send a signal to his supporters about how to react should Mr. Biden prevail. It's another flammable ingredient tossed onto the bonfire after a summer of simmering social unrest." Commentators see the statement as an overt threat to thwart the transfer of power. The mulling over of measures that could nullify the election's outcome, should he lose it, is deeply concerning. Republican Mitt Romney lamented that Mr. Trump might not respect the transfer of rule, while CNN said it constituted a refusal to guarantee a violence-free transition. Mr. Trump has repeatedly insisted that if he does not secure a second term it will only be because of fraudulent mail-in voting, and not because more Americans voted against him. However, to refuse to guarantee a peaceful handover marks a dark turn. He has relished his role of trampling on sacred ground, as befits his position as outsider-in-chief. Despite the fact he is the incumbent, he has somehow turned every problem the US faces into another argument for voting for him, and his limitless talent for evasion and denial has shielded him against all attacks. His profession to be a very stable genius drew derision in 2018, but it was those who failed to take him seriously who ruled the day. His 2016 opponent Hillary Clinton never regarded him, or his supporters, as being the complete bill of goods, and not recognizing the potency of her adversary proved fatal. By now, no one has any doubt as to Mr. Trump's capabilities, or what he is capable of. If the last election was unorthodox, its legitimacy was still recognized. This time, everything seems up for grabs. Crude attempts to invalidate the contest before it has even been held undermine the legitimacy of the whole process. Which begs the troubling question: if Mr. Trump can convince his followers the election has been stolen, to what lengths might they go to take it back? Let's block ad.
Show your love for him. Click the link in description. Thanks for watching.